Yay. On. Okay. Hopefully it's on here. Looks to be. Not showing up on YouTube yet, though. There we go. There are no ads on. Oh, no, they're on. Okay. Okay. All right. See if anyone shows up. Just in case someone does, I have nothing to talk about. How are you doing? I am okay. I am relieved this year is ending. Obviously, you're more than aware I've had some complications this year, so I can't wait for 2024 to be done. How are you? And I guess you obviously still have a few hours until New Year as well, so I will refrain from saying Happy New Year yet, but Happy Future New Year. I thought you turned on the bat signal, so you came. Yeah. I own a bat signal. Yeah. Alfred told me to get one. I don't know why. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Welcome. Glad you're still with us. I am too. How are you, Laura? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. Yeah, 2024 for me. It was a long year. Yeah. I don't know how else to put it. Do some software tests for 2025 content. Okay. I don't know what that entails, but I hope it goes well. I have a 2020. Actually, that's a lie. I think, one video for The Last of Us to still put up for 2025, and that's it. I have nothing right now. There's nothing to shoot. There's no one in town. Nothing going on. So yeah, it's pretty dead. I've been filling my time with going for hockey autographs because there's no celebrity stuff really in town right now. And the rest of my time's either been sleeping or playing GeoGuessr or helping map for the game. I've not been doing much of anything entertainment-wise, and I am kind of bored of not having anything to do. The first few weeks after like Superman and Lois ended, it was kind of this moment of like, all right, that's cool. I have a little time down right now. I kept thinking, I thought, first of all, The Last of Us would be better than it was, and it was not. It's the worst show that's ever filmed here. So that was, not great. And then I kind of haven't had anything since then that has inspired me to go out. We've had a couple of like smaller projects here, like Percy Jackson filmed here, but it was only downtown like maybe twice, and both of those times happened to be on days that I was doing something else, so I did not get out to them. Is this America Graphs? No, you're on the wrong channel, Chinstrap. This is Canada Graphs from Canada. That's that country above America. It's the one you guys look to for clean air and hope. It's like if Michigan kept going north. Think of it like that. How you doing, man? How you doing? It's getting close to midnight there, I guess. Yeah. You guys, is it 8:20 there? Right? You guys are the same time zone as Toronto, I think. So yeah, 8:20. I did a whole bunch of like snack buying earlier this week, and I ate it all in like 2 days. So I keep looking around the house wondering what else I can eat. I think I have one chocolate bar. I bought 2 chocolate bars today. I already ate one of them. So I do have one left, but Trying to get Nolan snacks again. Did you know Batman Part 2 got delayed to 2027? I saw that, yeah. I didn't look into it, like I didn't read deeply into it, but I did see that, yeah. They say it takes 2 years to film a movie after script. Not sure if that's true. All depends on the plethora of problems that could arise. Also depends on what they're filming. So, to give you some example, I mean, I remember other Batman movies, there would be big explosions and stuff like that. When you film a explosion scene, you are doing one take for the entire day. Maybe if you're lucky, you might do two. So if you're doing a movie where there's going to be a whole bunch of things blowing up and whatever, you got to think, like, say they want to do multiple takes of it because it's a movie, it's not a TV show. They're not on a restrictive budget like that. They might want to do 3 or 4 days to do the explosion scenes because they can only really do like 1, maybe 2 a day because of all the time it takes to prep, clean up, have a safety meeting. Because when you do anything that requires some level of risk, there is a safety meeting that goes on. They literally get everybody, including the actors, including the stunt people, including the lighting crew, the PAs, everyone huddle together in the middle of the set, and they have a safety meeting about what's about to happen, what everyone needs to know, and all that stuff. So, like, a big stunt like that, like one where there's going to be a lot happening, that could take your entire day of shooting up. So, yeah, 2 years isn't impossible. I think it's substantially too long, but it's not impossible. I do think it's too long, but I'm not going to say that it shouldn't take that long. Matt Reeves said he wanted his Batman to be ground and not fantastical, so I guess that limits the movies since Batman is fantastical. I wouldn't call Batman that fantastical. I mean, sure, he's in a superhero world, so there is some fantasy to it. I kind of see exactly what the meaning of fantastical means. I mean, I have a loose idea. Strange and wonderful, like something out of a story. What the fuck? That is a weird. Yeah. I don't know if he used the word he meant to use there. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I mean, he's allowed to do what he wants until somebody higher up the food chain tells him he's got to do something their way, right? Like if James Gunn or the other guy, I always forget his name, but the other guy, if they say, "Hey, you got to start doing things quicker. We need this movie, quicker," and he'll have to start working quicker. If they're like, "Hey, take your time. We want you to get it perfect," then yeah, he can take all the time he wants, right? Yeah. I don't know how else to answer that. Anybody doing anything for tonight? I don't think I'll be on here super long just because it does, like the other night, feel like not a lot of people are around, which is understandable. I realize the night everyone goes out and does things. I thought I'd drop in case there's people that don't leave the house, Hello, Eddie. How are you? Happy New Year to you too, whenever it happens. I don't know what time zone you're in. For me, it's still 6.5 hours away. So a couple of minutes until it gets here. Only other news I heard this week is Jason Momoa got cast as Lobo in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Why? Like, James Gunn wrote and directed Peacemaker. He knows who Jason Momoa is. He knows he already is a character in DC. Huh? I'm so done with these guys just having no, like, dude, you already used this guy in DC. You've already used him. Marvel, you've already used whoever it was that got cast like a week ago for something, and then Robert Downey Jr. before that. Like, just stop. Just stop. I don't. I don't believe Lobo is in that comic arc. Oh, okay. I haven't followed any of it. I do know about the Momoa thing, but I never read up on it because it's not really relevant to me, right? How's the future? We travel so fast. Almost 2025. Not 2025 here. It won't be for a few more hours. I read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and I didn't remember that character in it. I didn't read it, and I still don't remember the character in it. So, not sure what my thoughts are either. Apparently, Jason says he wanted to play Lobo for years. Not sure if that's scripted. Who cares, man? You already got cast for something in that universe. You're done. You already collected your check, dude. It passed you by. I believe it's due to his star attachment adding to it. So what? So what? That's the same reason Robert Downey's playing Doom's, whatever his face is. Doom's Doctor Doom. And somebody else from that universe got cast as something else in that universe a while ago. I want to say Chris Evans, but I can't say if that's somebody like that. Like, you've already used that guy as a different character. He is a different character to everyone else. Like I said about the Robert Downey thing, if you can make it work that his new character is just a variant of Tony Stark, okay, you got me. You can make that happen. But if that's not the case, don't do it. Just don't. Cancel the project right now before you screw it up. He made a lot of money for DC. So what? So what? He's not playing Aquaman in it. He's playing Skip Random that nobody cares about. I don't know who I consider myself moderately semi-aware of most comic book characters of any like notable stature. Never heard of this character. I'm aware it's a character. I am aware it's a character. I don't know the character though. Why? Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is listed as January 2025 filming, so I assume set photos of him will be seen. Depends where they're filming. Depends what they're filming. Depends if he's on a sound stage. It depends if he's out in public. A lot of stuff depends there. Yeah, all depends where they're filming. All depends what they're filming. All depends how much of it might be in public. I have a question to ask. That Superman trailer they released left a lot of people questioning it. Do you think it will save DC or fail? I didn't see anything wrong with it. People always nitpick. People nitpick everything. Remember, there was a time that people thought Heath Ledger would be terrible as the Joker. Like, people are wrong all the time on the internet. Like, it is one of the top things people do on the internet is be wrong. So, what say DC? I will say this. I will say this right now. If it stumbles, and by stumbles, I mean it doesn't make at least 700 million. 500 million, there's some gray room. But $700 million, I think, is the number, where Zaslav will be like, all right, James, your projects that you have lined up, you have the green light on all of them. 500 million, he might go to James and be like, all right, those projects you wanted to do, let's talk about a couple of them. And if it goes under 500 million, everything's up in the air. Nothing is a guarantee anymore. Projects that were finished might get shelved. Like, there is definitely a number in their head that they think needs to be reached for it to be a success there. Sorry, it's from my nose and it's driving me nuts. There's a number that they believe is the justified number of what's a success there, and if it doesn't reach that number, decisions start getting made by people higher up than James and Peter. You know, I thought the trailer was good. The only problem people had with it is the new Superman is his suit. I don't have a problem with the suit. People bitching about the suit. So what? Like, what do you expect? What do they expect of the suit? Like, you know what they expect? They expect it to look like Henry Cavill's suit because they want Henry Cavill in the role, and they only care Dan Snyder. Zack Snyder is directing it. Those are the people that are complaining. Anybody that just cares about a Superman movie, I don't hear those people complaining. What are your thoughts on DC embargoes since the early 2000s cartoons movies could not have same DC characters at the same time? Oh, dumb as hell. Like, obviously, I think we all know where my stance is on that. I mean, it was substantially enforced on the Arrowverse. They had to shelve so many characters and so many storylines because DC has an IQ of potato when it comes to managing their properties. And that was before Zaslav, by the way. That was before Zaslav. They were grossly incompetent at managing their properties. I don't know if he's done better or worse since then. I haven't really paid attention to the day-to-days on how characters are used. Give me a second, I just gotta pull my notes. All right. Yeah. So he. Yeah. I like you guys. Come on, his suit looks badass. Especially Crypto looks cool. Crypto looks cool. The suit looks fine. I won't call it badass, but I would say it looks fine. I think Tyler's suit is better. I would even go as far as Henry's suit is better. But it's still fine. I don't have a problem with them having that suit. Yeah. Since Batman Part 2 is delayed to 2027, does that mean Batman, Brave, and both movie James's DC universe will be delayed? I don't know. We have no idea what the plan for it was, do we? Did he ever come up with a date that he said it had to be out by? If not, then they can't. I mean, it might be delayed internally, but us, the viewers, will never know because they didn't come out and be like, we're having it by this X date. And now we have to move it back to this X date. We don't know that. Maybe internally they know that, but we don't, you know. To us, it's just another project that's down the road somewhere. No date, but what if that DC embargo limits both movies? How would it limit it? It literally, the guy in charge of DC is the one that's deciding to do Brave and the Bold, right? He is the one that greenlit the project. So I don't think that's going to be a thing. If it was Joe Random that came up and was like, hey, we have another Batman movie, maybe they get limited on what they can do, but James Gunn isn't getting limited on what they can do because James Gunn will get James Gunn's approval to do it. I watched the trailer 15 times and I'm still wondering who was the dragon he was fighting in the DC villain. A couple people had different um answers to it, but I don't remember any of them because I don't, like I said, I don't know every character in DC. I don't know. Uh, Out there somewhere on the internet, someone has that answer for you, or at least a running theory. Crypto's not a terrier. They picked the wrong breed. In the comics, he's a white pointer, smooth coat, and large dog. I hate to tell you this, but Crypto in Superman and Lois was a big golden retriever. So they're not married to the idea of a dog being a specific breed. Let me just see. Oh, there's even a Crypto in Smallville, and it looks like it's a golden retriever as well. Yeah, yeah. So this is they are not married to a specific breed of dog. um, Probably just at the end or beginning, since Guardians of the Galaxy usually has random fights referring to the dragon. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I actually didn't see the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It came out at a time where I was busy, and then it didn't stay in the theaters nearly as long as I hoped, and I completely missed it. So one of these days I'd probably have to watch it, but I have not. Yeah. Give me a second. My computer is just being weird. Give me 5 seconds. Fix it. Fix. Okay, it is. I don't know why, but on my screen it was showing in like 240p. I don't know why. Um, I don't really have anything else to add. Um, in the comics, who cares about the comics? Who cares? In the comics, Iris West is a redhead. On the TV show, she had black hair. Um, Sin from Arrow was an Asian girl in the comics. She was white in Arrow. Like, who cares? They change this stuff all the time. Jason Momoa in DC, that's awesome. I wonder who they will cast next for the Superman movie. You mean Supergirl movie? Because the Superman movie's already done filming. And you mean the Supergirl movie? That Supergirl movie? Um, I don't know. I don't know what characters are going to be in it, and I wouldn't. I don't have any dream casting decisions. Like I don't spend time sitting here being like, I really wish they would put so and so in the role of so and so. Um, Kind of doesn't, not a thing I spend a lot of time thinking about. Fangraphs should be in charge of casting for James DC Universe. Why me? I have no opinions on cast. 99.998% of the time, I will just assume that the casting team understands what they're doing. They're going to get it wrong once in a while. There's always going to be 1 in 200 characters that they don't do right. But 99.999% of the time, they're going to either nail it or they're at least going to get someone that can do okay at it. So better than I would do. Supergirl, yeah. I assume you meant Supergirl, yeah, yeah. I don't know what characters are supposed to be in it. So I can't really have an opinion on the matter. I mean, the way DC's going, they probably also like have Gal Gadot as a new character, right? Like that's kind of what they're doing now. Um, Maybe Ben Affleck will be uh, I'm trying to think of one of her villains. I don't know any of them because I didn't actually watch the show. um, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Uh, what else can we do or talk about? Because I do not. I came into this with no topics in hand. I just was like, I have time to kill. There's probably some people sitting around at home not doing anything today. Let's see what comes up. I assume the Super Bowl trailer reactions will be on your channel after Super Bowl. My my Super Bowl trailer reactions? No. Uh, nothing. I don't watch the Super Bowl. um, and there's no movies coming out that I'm thinking like, oh my god, I hope there's a trailer for that. Like, Superman was like the only one, right? Um, like I have a very limited scope of things I watch, and it's gotten more limited as I've gotten older. Um, when it comes to movies outside of like superhero movies, and even then, not all of them, and then sometimes action movies, that's about all I watch, you know? Like outside of superhero movies, the last movies I've seen in a theater that weren't superhero movies was John Wick, Mission Impossible, uh, John Wick, and that's probably honestly like in the last 4 years, that's probably like the last three movies I saw that weren't superhero movies. Um, Fantastic Four, never going to watch a Four movie. Not because I have a problem with them. I just have. I remember when the one that was filmed here came out. Um, I saw like 20 minutes of it. I'm like, I'm bored. It's a boring movie to me. I don't need to see it. A new Flash movie has been shelved for now. Oh, I didn't know there was a new Flash movie coming. Are you talking like Ezra Miller Flash? Because if that's the case, I think that was clearly going to be shelved anyway. But if there's like a new Flash, interesting. Me as the next John Wick. I cannot confirm nor deny my involvement in any future projects with the John Wick franchise. This is from Gunn. Okay. Um, what new Flash movie? Yeah, see, I'm saying the same thing. At least I'm not the only one in the dark on this. um, are you going to watch the new Captain America in February? Harrison Ford looks sick as Red Hulk. Probably. But like I just said a minute ago, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came and went without me making it to the theater. And I kind of wanted to see that. So it's possible I could miss this. Just depends what's going on in the world, I guess. What's going on with me. You know, as of right now, I'd say probably, but things can change. The only movie I would absolutely make an effort to go see that I know is coming right now is the Superman movie. That doesn't mean there aren't other movies. I just haven't thought of them right now. Wish I knew any topic to bring up to discuss because I am really struggling with stuff because obviously I'm out of the loop. I almost pay no attention to the entertainment business right now just because there's nothing here that I need to pay attention to. We don't have any new things coming up that I'm aware of. As is finished as the Flash for Suicide. Yeah, I assumed so, but I didn't know with certainty. that's not what I was looking for. No, that is what I'm looking for. Why is it at the top? I wonder if they updated it. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just checking something to see if anything new has popped up. I doubt they updated it during the holidays, but I'll check. Yeah, they didn't update it during the holiday. Okay. Gotta head out. All right, have a good one, heroes. Happy New Year. I think I might do a binge watch before this Superman movie comes out. A binge watch of what? It's not a TV series. um, I gotta do. You know what I have to do? I have to rewatch Superman and Lois again. I just rewatched it a month ago, but I have like a pile of items that I have not screen matched with the stuff I originally took stills of. Only about half of it screen matched, and I'm just like, how is that possible? How did I watch an entire season, sit there, break it down, screen match or screen cap so many things, and I still am missing things? Yeah, so I gotta watch it again. I think one of the best parts of this year for you is Superman and Lois. That will forever be one of your favorite seasons, and they ended the Arrowverse so beautifully. Yes, it was a phenomenal season. Yeah, no complaints with the season. Yeah, I don't know what else to add to that, but yeah, I agree with that. 30 minutes. Do I even? I don't know, guys. I don't have any topics on hand, and I thought, I would just wing it, and it's kind of, the first 10 minutes was going fine. There was topics flowing, but I'm kind of running out of things to yap about. I meant to rewatch the Superman movies before the new one comes out. I mean, I guess you can if you want to, but it's not like a TV series where you have to know what happened in the last movie, right? Especially because this one's the first one of the new franchise. If you are a Freaky Friday fan, I have never seen it in my life. There is a new one coming out August 25th or 2025. Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, I am the opposite of a Jamie Lee Curtis fan. I loathe her. She was just a straight up bitch to everybody at TIFF the one year I was there. And like to an extreme level. She gave the finger to people because we booed her because she ignored us. So like I don't care for that woman. What's your favorite moment of this year's CG? I have no idea. I really don't. I watched very little stuff this year. The only things I watched this year, um, Superman and Lois, Reacher, and if the boys came out this season, I guess I watched the boys, but I think that was 2023. I have to look and see what else have I watched this year. And even then, I don't know if my watch list has it. This list is empty. That's not the list I was looking for. My ratings list is. Cool. That didn't just jump up right away. There we go. Anything else I watched this year? Oh, Deadpool and Wolverine. Derp. Uh, Probably Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, I was, definitely at the top of most people's list, right? Man, my eyes are really irritating me all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on with that. Actually, hold on. Oh, that was 2023. Okay. I guess Deadpool and Wolverine. Give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna try and like wash my eye out here. All right. I feel better for the moment, but we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, it's really starting to bug my eyes. Um, what's your favorite one? I said that already. The hell? That showing up blurry on there, or was that just my screen? That was weird. Okay. What's your favorite moment? I answered that. You met her? Oh, Jamie? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. uh, I meant start with Christopher Reeve movie saga. That is your all-time favorite. Okay. I mean, do what you can do what you want to do. um, I've seen the original Superman probably 4 or 5 times. Well, when I say original, I mean like 1978. I don't mean like the black and white stuff. Um, yeah, I've seen that one 4 or 5 times. The rest I've seen once, maybe even zero. Um, maybe Man of Steel I might have seen twice. I can't remember. Yeah, it didn't seem to work. My eyes are still annoyed. I don't know why. Good evening. Popping for a little bit. All right. Hello, Lionel. Welcome. Um, yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with a fifth and final season of The Boys, but I don't know when. Oh, did they announce it was the final season? I didn't hear that. I mean, too bad, but at the same time, I guess go out while it's still a hit, right? I mean, the guy that created it also created another show that was planned for 5 seasons, and it went for 15. So, yeah. Sorry, I missed the Christmas stream. It was your first Christmas. I saw your post. Yeah, sorry about that, Lionel. I planned on being on longer that day, but it was so quiet in there. Scott was like the only one chatting that day, and I just kind of was like, you know, uh, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, sorry about that, Lionel. That was part of the reason I did stream that day was to give people who maybe don't have, family engagements and stuff something to do that day, right? But it didn't work out. Like it was poorly attended, and I just was like, I give up. uh, yeah, I love Deadpool and Wolverine. People wanted Wesley Snipes to come back and play Blade as part of the MCU. Yeah, I know there's a big push for that right now. I love that line too. I love the little jab they took when they're like, um, however he put it, he's like, I'm the only Blade, or there's only been one Blade, and there'll only ever be one Blade. And then they pan down to Deadpool just staring right in the camera, kind of like, is there? Have you heard both Melissa Benoist and husband Chris Wood got greenlit for an NBC series She is producing under her label, and it's titled Duo, about her and her husband's characters. No, I had not. Let's see what this train wreck is. I have no problem with Melissa Benoist, but I have a big problem with Chris Wood. That guy's a fucking loser. TV Line, I'll read what they have to say. NBC music drama? Come on. Sounds like a freaking Hallmark movie. Melissa Benoist and Chris Wood are set to star in the new NBC drama titled Duo. Our sister site Deadline reports. Their sister site? Really? Oh, I'm going to have to stop using you guys too, I guess. The series, which has earned a script commitment at the network, is set in the music world, with Benoist playing a magnetic performer looking for her next break, who crosses paths with a soft-spoken blue-collar worker played by Wood. Wood penned the pilot himself? Oh, God. I hope it fails. Just straight up. Like I said, I have no problem with Melissa. You know, she was cranky while she was here. But Chris Wood's the one that made her that way. So anything he's attached to, I hope for its failure. Yeah, I saw that blur too, but it's better now. Oh, on the screen. Okay, yeah, so it wasn't just me. Okay. They play struggling singers. Chris Wood could do a movie about being a struggling human being. How would that work? 2024 has been a horrible year for you. The last 6 months, hoping 2025 is better. Same, Lionel. Same. I mean, I'm sure you know everything I went through this year too, but I hear you. This is probably the worst or second worst year of my life. The year my mom passed away probably would be the only thing that rivals it, and that's because not only was I fighting a landlord eviction thing at that time, my mom passed away. I still was dealing with my eye condition at that time, and I ended up homeless for 2 weeks. This year's about the only other year that battles that one for worst year. So I hear you, man. I have been counting the days until this year is over. So fingers crossed 2025 is better for you too. Have you seen the Christopher Reeve Superman? No, I didn't. I meant to. I meant to see it, but I didn't. I'm sure it's out there on streaming somewhere, but yeah, I usually almost never do those things. One of these days I might get around to seeing it. I took lost a parent. I too lost a parent in 2024, the day before Thanksgiving. Your dad. Sorry to hear that, Laura. Seems to have been a struggle for a lot of people this year. My condolences. I wish I had something more profound to say, but it's usually obviously not a topic that's easy to come up with the right comment for. I remember when my mom passed away. Like my grandmother and my mother passed away 6 months apart, and they were like my parents. Like I never knew my dad. I mean, I knew of him, but I never met him. But so they were like my parents, and they passed away 6 months apart, and so not even 6 months. Okay, 6 months apart, and so I remember, like, my grandmother, that was a hard one, but I knew that was coming. She had been sick for like 3 years, and we knew she was dying. Whereas my mom with a heart attack with no warning, and I'm the one that found her, so that was, extra hard. I remember all the people at that time. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that," and all that. At that time, didn't mean anything to me. I was just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." You're not processing everything at the time. When I thought about it, 4, 6, 10 months down the road, I'm glad, people speak up and they at least say something to you. Um, and and one of the things I do notice, just like I was trying to do, is like they always want to try and say something that will hopefully make it, easier for you, and it doesn't always at that time. But 6, 8, 10 months down the road, maybe it does. And yeah, I the only thing I will tell you, and I'll tell Lionel this the same. The first year, uh, everything is a challenge. Birthdays, holidays, random days you don't even associate to your parent will all of a sudden like just get to you, and you might not even know why. And then maybe a couple days later, you'll be like, "Oh my God, that was the anniversary of that time that we went to do this thing." Like random things will just, for the first year, definitely. After that, it happens here and there. Uh, Usually more around larger events like the holidays and birthdays. But yeah, that first year, almost everything will be a new experience. So I don't know how much family and support system you have around you in that, but that's important too. And remember that they're probably going through the exact same thing because they lost somebody too. So yeah, I wish it gets better for you. Yeah. Um, they announced it early in the year that there was going to have a final season of The Boys. Damn, I guess I missed that. You're not thrilled about Chris either. Yeah. Um, they play struggling singers. I agree. I thought too about Hallmark. When I read the thing and it was like a tough blue collar guy, I'm just like, this is the most Hallmark thing I've ever read. Speaking of Melissa, they have Stephen Amell set to star in the Suits spinoff, Suits LA. Yeah. That they filmed the pilot here, but then they moved the rest of it to Los Angeles. I like Melissa's last show, The Girls on the Bus. It wasn't very successful though. The new show isn't really your cup of tea. Yeah, the Girls on the Bus one. I thought only because of the political divide of the world right now, I didn't think it was going to work. I liked the idea of it, and like I said, I had no problem with her getting another job and all that. I just thought now wasn't a great time to try and drop that type of show, and I guess I was right. 2024 was hell. My mom found out her old boss that she worked for passed away in March. This year has been sick. Yeah, I mean, everybody usually has some connection to something in any given year. It's especially when you get older. When you get older, you've known more people for longer. You know, I had this year also a friend, and I use the word friend in probably the closest to loosest terms possible. Like I knew them through a better friend, and we hung out a lot of times. But they also passed away. In fact, a couple people I know that, wow, two people I know from through the same person both passed away this year. Crazy, and both from cancer. Crazy. But yeah, it was weird. That other friend, the first one I was talking about, they pocket dialed me about I want to say 3 weeks before they passed away, just randomly. So I answer the phone. I'm like, "Who's this?" And they're like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "You called me." And they told me who it was. I'm like, because I didn't recognize the number. I'm like, "Oh my God, hey!" And I knew they were dying. Like I had known that for a while, So we talked for a little while, and that was the last time I got to talk to them. But yeah, it was a crazy year. And then the other friend that that was friends through my friend, um, I also was over at their house because it's also a place where my friend used to live and still visits once in a while. Um, I was there maybe a month before she passed away, and again, known for a while it was happening, but it was just it seems to be a tough year for a lot of people. Yeah. So sorry, 6 months apart. My mom is still grieving. They were married 66 years. Yeah, she will for a while. Like I said, the first year, and I'm talking as a child and grandchild connection, a spouse. I don't have that experience. I can't say how that experience is going to go, but yeah, it's going to take much time, and especially because at her age, she's probably had him there. You said 66 years, easily the majority of her life. Um, yeah. She worked for him back in the day when you were growing up. Okay. I knew Girls on the Bus was going to get canceled after one season. Yeah. Like I said, the political landscape of society right now really didn't, it didn't give a glowing chance for that show. It's not to say you can't do a political show in a in this type of climate, but you got to do it the right way. Like The Boys, they got a lot of flack this last season because they became a lot more political in their messaging. I personally still found it to be great, but there was a lot of people that got mad this year, probably because they finally figured out they were making fun of them. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, CG. Sorry to everybody else too. That's been going through things this year. The Christopher Reeve documentary was pretty powerful. He'll always be your Superman, as great as some of the others have been. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, I would put him in my top two as well. It's him or Tyler, and I think Tyler is recency bias and um, time on screen bias. So yeah. Um, 2025 will be good for you. Rick is finally producing and directing your movie. I still, like, a month ago it crossed my mind. I'm like, I haven't heard any more about your movie. Um, and then I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, how's that going? Like, that has been like in production limbo for like seems like forever. You guys are going ahead this year though? I mean, I think you said last year you were going ahead, and it hasn't happened yet. So like, hopefully this is the year. Hoping 2025 better for all. Yeah, I agree with that one. I know about those challenges. Both my birthday and my father's are in January. This is the 12th, yours is the 15th. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the first year, everything's going to be an adjustment. The second year, it will get easier. It will still be adjustments on holidays and birthdays, but this first year, random days will get and you won't know why. You may never really know why, but in the back of your mind's remembering that time you guys went to an event on that day, or you passed a building that you had a cool experience at, and you forgot about that 20 years ago, but your brain didn't. Things like that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Suits LA because I read the actor Matt that played the original Reverse Flash will be playing the father in the series. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. I don't know if that's enough for me to care. I mean, I'm still kind of the mindset of like Stephen Amell has a lot of work to do to win me back over on some things. Um, I saw he did a chat a while ago. I think it was Rosenbaum, maybe. And he talked about the fact that he's taken a step back from social media and he doesn't post on there anymore and that. And I think that's for the best. I think he stuck his foot in his own mouth way too many times. He deleted his Twitter account altogether. So, like, yeah, I think that's a good idea for him. You know, the further he is from people being able to see everything he has to say, I think it's sort of better. But right now, I'm still not a fan of him at the moment. You know. Okay, you guys asked me, or one of you asked me, so I'll ask you, what has been your biggest moment or best moment of 2024? I had to wait for him to finish the reboot, and he had to cut down the script cast this year. He had to cut down the script to cast this year. Okay. Prep is set for spring 2025, and I'm lucky to have Rick as your director, fresh off Spartacus reboot. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it feels like it's been forever since I heard anything about that, so that's good to know. I mean, I have 8 people watching, but only 3 or 4 of you talking. Come on, other people, speak up. What was your favorite moment of 2024? I'm probably wrapping it up in a few minutes. It'll be about an hour, and I didn't have any idea how long I'd be on here or what I would talk about, but I had been rambling for most of it, and I don't do well with rambling. I usually need to have like a set idea of topics to talk about, and yeah. Unrelated to any of the stuff we have talked about, you probably noticed the title of my video or stream. If you do not know about the honey scam, if you have ever installed the app called Honey for like discount codes for things, get rid of it this millisecond. Like, stop watching my video and get rid of it. And if you're like, why? When you're done my video, go on YouTube, just type in honey scam and watch any of the videos. What's the main video that brought all this to attention? I will link it when I see it. Give me a minute. Megalag, that's who it was. So I'm going to link a video in here. It is a fascinating watch on the biggest scam probably in internet history that has gone on, and millions of people have been using this service and didn't know how evil it is. Yeah, they have probably, I mean, they have legitimately stolen millions of dollars from between the people, the influencers they paid to promote their product, and then through stealing sales from them, and then from not giving the public the promotion codes they claim they were looking for. It is an insane thing. Insane. The video already has 13 million views in 10 days. That's how many people have like heard about this and been watching it. Not to mention all the other like streamers and thinking of words is hard apparently. Influencers out there have had their comments on it and all that, and it's been crazy. I'd say Deadpool and Wolverine is your favorite movie. Your favorite moment of the year is Superman Lois send off, biggest moment. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Your best moment in 2024 is moving back home with moving back to my hometown for your parents. Okay. Yeah. Plus, this is the last year being 30 because I'm about to be 40 in the new year coming this spring. Yeah, I'll be honest. Every time I got to a new decade, I wasn't happy about it. I've probably been more vain than I should have been for a majority of my life. So when I hit 30, I wasn't too excited about hitting 30. When I hit 40, I was not excited about hitting 40. When I hit 50, I was not excited about hitting 50. Now every year after this is just another year, and I realize now I am old. Like, but I didn't like it. I did not like it. Did not like it. So I don't blame you. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. The honey thing? Yeah. Oh, it's insane, man. You should watch the video. It's like 23 minutes long. It is fascinating. It's fascinating. And I will warn you now, it might send you on a rabbit hole down of looking at other videos about people talking about it. I spent most of today watching videos about this. I'd heard about it back like the day it first happened. But because I'd never used the service myself and because I had never done a promotion with it, I kind of just was like, whatever. I didn't really pay attention to it. But as the week has gone on, every time I turn around, someone new is talking about it. Finally, today I decided, all right, I'm going to see what this is all about. And I spent like 2.5 hours watching videos on it. I enjoyed Gladiator 2 for the most for the movie of the year. Okay. I never saw Gladiator 1, so I didn't see Gladiator 2 either. One thing I love about Tyler and Superman is that he was so human. Doing Superman as a family drama was a very fresh take on the character. Yes, it was. The Teenage Sons really kind of gave it something different that we haven't seen from that franchise before. I'll check it out after your stream. That's terrible. They're doing that to people. It's insane because they have been robbing pretty much everybody involved. The creators that they got to promote it, who they were stealing sales from them. Then the public, who they weren't giving the best deals to that they claim they were, giving them. It's insane. Like usually there's a scam. There's a scam at like one end of the sale somewhere. They were scamming both ends, and somehow in the middle. It's insane. It's insane. But we've hit the hour mark, guys. So I have done my hour for the day. I am probably not going to do another stream on YouTube in 2024. This is probably my last one for 2024. So just to let you know, you might not see me again until 2025 on here. When that is, who knows? I didn't know if you heard, but they cast Denzel Washington for a role in Black Panther 3. Yeah, I did hear that. I never saw Black Panther 2 because of the whole like controversy around the Shuri actress at the time. And I don't know if I'll see 3. We'll see. I heard a lot of people said 2 was terribly underwhelming, so I don't know if I'm too excited about seeing 3. But that is, I think, it for today. So I will say have a happy new year. If you've already had a happy new year, you're on the other side of the planet. Congratulations on being in the future. I don't know what to say to that. But I will see you guys probably next year. Almost certainly next year. About my only best moment for 2024 was the fact I've lost 70 pounds. Hey, that's awesome. I mean, I know a lot of you guys already know this. I lost a lot of weight because of the whole heart thing and the bleeding thing and all that stuff. I was, at the time of my heart attack, 243. I got down to 197 the third time I went to the hospital. I don't know what I'm at now, but the last time I weighed myself was at the my doctor's office, and I was like 205 at that time, and I've been eating like shit again since. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm back up to like 210 or 215. I did really well for about 6 months, and it's just crashed lately. I got to get back on track on that, but hopefully 2025 will have some success in that department. But have a good one, and I will see you all in the future. Unless you're from the future, then it might be the past. All right. Bye, guys.